Okay, so let's take, for example, you've seen a certain number of dogs in your life, correct?
Yeah, tons of them. She stops at every one.
Right. Above and beyond that, you haven't seen other dogs that are outside the radius of your empirical experience, true?
Correct.
Do you believe that there are other dogs other than the ones you've seen?
I have evidence of other dogs on Earth.
What's that evidence?
I've seen video footage. I have.
Okay, but let's just say the video footage. Let's count those among the dogs you've seen. What about the dogs you haven't seen?
Sure.
You believe they exist?
On Earth, yes. But if you tell me that I should then believe that there are dogs on Saturn, that's the level of thing we're talking about.
No, it's not. It's not. Absolutely not. See, this is the heart of the matter. This is the heart of the matter. Because according to you, religious people believe that there is a God who, like in ancient Greece, inhabits the natural world that's living on another planet. And so your reasoning is at the level of the cosmonauts who go up into the sky and go, no God up here, therefore God doesn't exist.
No, that's not it.
Well, you just said that I'm proclaiming a dog on Saturn.
Yes.
And I'm saying that's not what I'm doing at all.
So if I can only see 7 stars, there is a weak inference that there may be more stars, but to believe there actually are more stars isn't yet justified by the evidence. The dog example on Earth, even though I have not experienced every dog, I can actually do pretty much a rough estimate of dog by searching through data on how much dog food we sell, how many people buy Kong things for their dogs, how many Pets R Us are scattered around the world. There's all sorts of data that get to this thing where now it is a strong inference that there is a dog in China that I have never met and will never meet. Do I believe that that's the case? Yes, because that's where the data point to. To go beyond what the data show.
Okay.
To say that just because I know that I have a limit to my vision and I can see 7 stars, therefore I believe there are more, that is to go beyond what the data presents. You could, though, invent a telescope and improve your vision and get new data, which is exactly what we did to discover that we don't just live in the one and only galaxy and that the Earth isn't the center of the universe. Once we got that data, we began to have a better understanding of it. There are things like the Higgs boson, for example, which are a part of theoretical physics that we didn't have physical, empirical evidence for, but that the math pointed to. I'm not in any way denying that math is good data, which is one of the reasons why, well, all right, I won't go there yet because we're still on.
Well, I mean, here we are on common ground. If you're talking about science, if you're talking about quantum physics, if you're talking about relativity, if you're talking about the Big Bang, if you're talking about evolution, we have nothing to argue about. I'm on board with you 100%.
Hang on, you included science in that.
Science, yes. I'm on board with...
Does that include climate change science?
Climate change is, at least in the public sense it's understood, in no way science.
Okay. We'll probably get back to that after we're done.
We can come back to that, but it is in no way science.
I'm not a climate scientist.
No,
so it's,
I mean, I am on board 100% with the science of the greenhouse effect. When people say 97% of scientists, and you actually look at what 97% of scientists believe, they believe in the greenhouse effect. And the greenhouse effect is simply basically saying the release of carbon into the atmosphere warms the atmosphere. You'll get no disagreement from me on that. Now, there are several other propositions that are married to that, I think, smuggled under the carpet, things like human beings are the primary cause of these differences. Second of all, the best way to tackle them is to change ultimately the temperature of the Earth in various ways that we could try to affect through human behavior.
Your objection is we will get back to God like right after this. I don't know how far apart we are, and I have no expertise there, but it seems that your objection is primarily about how much are we the cause, what can we potentially do about it, what are the potential solutions, less so than what's happening.
Well, I mean, look, yeah, normally if I walk out and it's really hot, there are 2 possibilities. One is I can try to change the outdoor temperature, right? The other is I can take off my jacket. Those are 2 ways to respond to the same phenomenon.
Unless you're a polar bear.
Unless you're a polar bear.